Pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. First thing on the agenda is the Citizens Forum. Is there anyone here that wanted to speak on any topic not on today's agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on. We don't have any awards and proclamations, so we'll move on to public hearings and items scheduled for a certain time.
Item 5.1, public hearing to consider submittal of a 2011 home housing rehabilitation grant application for housing rehabilitation activities and authorizing the mayor and development services staff to execute documents related to the grant application.
The public hearing is now open. Mr. Hobby.
Madam Mayor, thank you. And Mayor and Commissioners, we have before you today a proposal for public input into a housing project for rehabilitation of what we would anticipate as 16 homes throughout the community. We call it the Area of Change as designated in our Community Comprehensive Plan. Our plan is to work with North Central Planning and Development Corporation out of Beloit to be the administration for this grant for us. We as a city of staff will have the opportunity to work with them and hold public hearings for those people who are willing to work within the program and the guidelines of the program. We as a city staff will complete the inspection work for the permitted issues only. The North Central Kansas Planning Commission will take care of the radon testing, the lead testing, the administration of the grant and the drawdowns and those types of issues for us on our behalf. We have before you today a request for us to do a $557,884 project, of which $417,884 will come directly from the home project grant funds, $20,000 for administration costs. The city is required to put in $100,000 of matching funds and $20,000 for additional administration costs to give us a total fee of $557,884. We anticipate that the grant project is due. The grant is due on June the 24th of this year. We have with us Doug McKinney from the North Central Planning Commission, who is here. He and his staff have worked diligently to write the administration portion of the grant, write the grant on our behalf. We have in our funds today some resources available to us from previous grants that have been revolving loan funds to be able to use as our granting program, so there'll be no tax dollars or no other dollars taken out of our budget for this grant this year. Mr. McKinney is here. If you have any questions, we'd be more than glad to answer that, as well as any information and questions from the general public as they would have today. We would ask that after you completed the public hearing that you would adopt the resolution for the grant administration for the mayor and the city staff to sign. Be welcome to stand for any questions.
Any questions for staff? Is there any limit on, you said we have some leftover funds, is there any limit on what year or the timeline those funds have to be spent versus when we might receive the grant money for this project?
We don't understand there's any specific limit on the timeline to move those funds to a useful project. We feel like we've set on those funds for a period of time, helped grow those funds, and are willing now to start working on this project and maybe some other rehabilitation projects, revolving loans or something of that nature through the community at a later date.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions?
Mr. Hobby, anyone wanting to apply for home rehab, would they go through Salina or do they go through Beloit?
We would actually have the processes where the open hearings would come to the City of Salina staff and be processed by the administration staff at North Central.
Thank you.
We'll work jointly together on the project.
Good, thanks.
Any other questions? Is there any public comment? Seeing none, I'll bring this to the commission for action.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve supporting the home housing rehabilitation grant and that we authorize yourself and the Department Development Services, to execute the related grant application.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the commission support city staff in applying for the home housing rehabilitation grant funds for 2011. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 5-0.
Madam Mayor, there's actually a resolution at the end of that blue sheet. I want to confirm whether we need to formally take action on that or not.
The resolution just,
To extend the application for the grant fund?
Yes, Resolution 11-6834, which wasn't referenced in the staff recommendation.
we have a motion to adopt the resolution.
Trying to get to it so I can get the number right, and I will. There we go. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve resolution number 11-6834.
Second again.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt resolution 11-6834. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. And the public hearing is closed. We'll move on to the consent agenda.
Item 6.1, approve the minutes of June 6, 2011. Item 6.2, authorize the purchase of one E-Series monitor defibrillator, pacer, 24 lithium battery packs, 4 charging stations, and 1 CPR starter pack from Zoll Corporation in the amount of $38,881.20. Item 6.3, resolution number 116833, authorizing the city manager or their designee to offer promotional incentives at the Kenwood Cove Aquatic Park.
Is there any item a commissioner wants to remove from the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'll accept a motion to approve.
Mayor, I move we approve the consent agenda.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. We approve the consent agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 5-0. We don't have any development business, so we're on to administration.
Item 8.1, second reading ordinance number 10,605, approving the issuance of general obligation bonds in an amount not to exceed $1,539,000 by the Salina Airport Authority.
Ordinance 11-10605 was passed on first reading on June 6, 2011. Since that time, no comments have been received. The ordinance was amended to remove the condition of dedicating the additional 7-foot utility easement. Is there any public comment today? Seeing none, I'll bring it to the commission for action.
Okay. I move we approve item ordinance number 11-10605, not to exceed $1,539,000.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt ordinance 11-10605 on second reading. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Commissioner Crawford,
Aye.
Commissioner Householder,
Aye.
Commissioner Jennings,
Aye.
Commissioner Shirley,
Aye.
Mayor Angel.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0.
Item 8.2, second reading of ordinance number 10,606, changing the zoning district classification from R3 to PC3 and approving amended site plan on the property address as 307 South 7th Street. Madam Mayor, there's an error in the blue sheet
Okay.
on the dedication. That was not stricken out.
The second sentence under the background?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. So this ordinance was 11-10606, was passed on first reading on June 6, 2011. Since that time, no comments have been received. Are there any public comments today? Seeing none, I'll bring it to the commission for action.
Mayor, I'll move that we approve ordinance number 11-10606.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt ordinance 11-10606 on second reading. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Commissioner Crawford,
Aye.
Commissioner Householder,
Aye.
Commissioner Jennings,
Aye.
Commissioner Shirley,
Aye.
Mayor Angel.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0.
Item 8.3, authorize the mayor to sign contract amendment request number 1 for the 2010 CDBG-R program.
Mr. Hobby.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Mayor and Commissioners, you have before you a request for reallocation of funds for an existing CDBG program. You will notice that we had initially, applied for 16 homes to be completed under the CDBG-R program. We've been able to reallocate funds due to some extra weatherization funds, as well as some very low bids for our process, and we've gained 4 homes to be completed in this project. This will allow us to pay the contractors working underneath the program and complete the program by completing 20 homes now instead of the 16. We're very pleased that the contractors have worked with us, as well as being able to put the Housing Weatherization Program funds into this project to increase the number of homes in our project area. So we'd ask for you to approve the reallocation of funds as designated in the contract amendment number 1.
You going to do that on this other one that we're going to apply for also?
Our goal and hope is
Are there any questions for Mr. Hobby?
Gary, do you see the efficiency or the price coming down by using the same contractors? Do you see an efficiency, or how do you see that surplus coming about?
we saw two things. One is by using the same contractor, we were able to reduce some of the fees. But also the fact that during the timing of the year that we did the project,
Right.
the contractors were more than willing to give us a rock bottom price.
We like that.
Any other questions? Nope. Is there any public comment? Seeing none, I'll bring it to the commission for action.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the contract amendment number 1 for the Community Block Development Grant Fund allocation for 2010 as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we sign the contract amendment request number 1 for the 2010 CDBGR program. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 5-0. Is there any other business? Except a motion to adjourn.
Mayor, I move we adjourn.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We're adjourned.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about.
There's another example.